Hey, what is up everyone? It's Rich. Alright, welcome to a video. So this is gonna be interesting. It was a recommendation yesterday and I really am honestly I'm always interested in seeing work and books and comics that I haven't seen before. So the recommendation was for the godfather of manga, Osamu Tezuka, who I've heard of him, I've seen photos of him, I've seen little bits and pieces of his art online, and I'm not familiar with his work at all. So if you're a huge fan and you know his work intimately, then I won't be able to give any really like great information on it. I'm just gonna look at this. I opened about 6 or 7 different books, and I grabbed this one just because I'm a huge fan of pirate adventure and things like this, and I thought this would be fun. So this is actually called New Treasure Island. I don't know why it's a Spanish edition, but doesn't really matter. I did ask the person that recommended it for a specific recommendation, and they just were like, just check out any of it. Doesn't really help me, to be honest. I appreciate the recommendations, but you really should try to be more specific, because this guy's got a huge body of work that literally spans like 70 years. Telling someone who's never seen the work to just pick something randomly, not really, like, you're just not going to get the best video content out of it. But this looks good. The cover is great. I really like the color pieces that he does. I don't know if he colors these himself. He probably does, but he may not. Um, you know, it's got a very vintage kind of reminds me of like 1920s, 1930s art. From what I could tell, this artist probably, I think he passed away like 20 or 30 years ago. So some of the stuff is old. It's from the 40s and even maybe even earlier. So but this is really nice. It reminds me a little bit of I used to watch a show when I was a kid, Popeye, and they would do like a long show. It was like an LA station that I could get down where I live, and Tom Hatton, I think, hosted it. He was a good artist. He would draw sometimes. I think it was, you could send in a doodle and then he would finish it as a drawing. So like you would send in a scribble and then he would turn it into like Popeye. That's what I remember. I could be totally wrong. But anyway, let's get into this and check it out. It should be fun. It's really cool art. I'm a big fan of Cuphead. I think that's what it's called. I haven't seen it in a while, but I like that. I like that kind of like I don't even know what you call that art. Vintage something. But this is cute. I mean, it's very different than a lot of stuff that we looked at here, but this is nicely drawn. Beep beep. Where's he going? Let's find out, friends. It's gonna be fun. All right, come on. I had a weird idea. So I've been interested in taking a little bit of time in the morning to draw a piece, just to not, I wouldn't call it a warm-up. I joke with a friend of mine, I have a joke, this one artist that we follow, everything's a warm-up. Nothing is real time. It's always a sketch. It's always a warm-up. They never want to take accountability for the drawings. What I'm saying is I want to spend a certain amount of time each morning drawing something, and what I was thinking about doing is I could have it actually relate to the videos that we do here. I thought that would be really interesting. Is like yesterday I did Mignola, so I would draw something with, in my mind, would have a little bit of a Mignola feel. It doesn't have to be Hellboy or Amazing Screw-On Head. And then like for this, because I mean honestly, I was joking. James, what's up? You probably watched this video. James likes weird stuff like this too. That's one thing we have in common. We have very diverse interests. But I said to him, I go, honest to God, if I could, I would draw 6 different books at once, and they would all be different styles. But that's just how I am. I have a lot of interests and a lot of different passions, and I'm just as interested in stuff like this as I am, you know, painting like Rembrandt or something. I'm not interested in regurgitating their styles, to be clear. I would in a exercise like what I'm recommending, but what I'm saying is, like, I want to do my own cartoony book. I want to do my own comic strip. This is nice. So like something interesting that I can point out here as we get into this and we start sort of dissecting the art a little bit. One thing that I always look for is lighting. There's not really lighting in these pieces. He has a little bit of a cast shadow underneath the car, which is interesting. But then what I noticed is, like, if I was going to draw something like this, I would always put in cast shadows. In fact, I've got my Cintiq, so I can show you what I mean. But like if I won't make this a full-on drawing video, but A lot of times, like if I was going to draw something like this, I would probably have a little bit of a cast shadow under these, just making like these forms pop. And since he's putting a little bit of a cast shadow underneath the car, you could have a little bit of that. I call it fictional lighting, but it doesn't necessarily need it. But I thought it was interesting that these are just outlines. So, again, each different cartoonist has a different sort of language and rule book that they work by. Um, you know, Sometimes distance will equal how much detail you'll see in a piece. This is really actually quite nice. I like this a lot. It's very I'm feeling happy looking at it, and it's fun. Oh my god, it's so cute. This house is awesome. Beep beep. Look out, I'm coming through. Oh my god, we have so much fun here. Look at this little guy. How is his new Treasure Island adventure going to start? I have a hunch that it's about to begin. Head injury? What is it going to be? Death? Is he going to go to the great beyond and wake up in Pirate Land? We will find out in a moment, friends. Let's go. Come on. What is it going to be? Uh-oh. Oh, a dog. Jesus Christ. Oh, fuck. Oh, this is his eye. Oh, man. I can't even imagine hitting a dog with your car. That would be the worst feeling ever. Watch out, buddy. Come on. What is going to happen? Oh, my. He stopped. Good job. Thank goodness I hit the brakes. And again, a little bit of a shadow by his feet. And the dog, too. The dog is sweating bullets. You are in danger, boy. And now, see, this is very weird. Why is the cover in Spanish and yet the word balloons are in English? It must have been translated for online. And because the art was the Nuevo del Treasure Islando, or whatever it was. The Isle de Treasure. That's why. This is really cool effect right here. Beep, 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 beep. Don't want to make these videos too long, but, oh my... This is funny shit. Look at him. What is he doing? Damn, he's hauling balls to fly out of the car like that. Wow, what is up? Is he like skidding to a stop? This kid is a baller. Nice. This is really good, honestly. I picked a good one. No thanks to the recommender. Jesus. But seriously though, if you're gonna recommend some with a body of work as big as this, you gotta throw me a bone with this a little bit. It just happens that I'm brilliant, so I picked a good one. Look at the dog, he's so cute. Who knows though? Maybe this guy's whole body of work is this good. Maybe this is the worst story that he did. I don't even know. You have only yourself to blame, recommender. All right, so here we go. He's got the boat. He's heading to the other boat. The big boat, we'll call it. It's interesting how high he put that up on the panel. And even this. It's unusual storytelling. It's very cramped right up there, but he did it for a reason, I'm sure. The scale feels a little weird, too. Like, the kid would be a little smaller at that distance, but I mean, just saying. All right, what do we got? Wait for me. Here we go. Great little pose right there. Oh, and here comes the dog. It's Pete. What's up, Pete? Captain. I want to board this vessel in order to go to a certain place. Oh, I know where he wants to go. I forgot the whole plot. I got so taken over by the art itself. This guy's cool. Classic Monopoly man archetype. I don't know what year Monopoly was created. 60s, 50s, 40s? I don't know. He's so cute. Oh, look at, he's got the map. It's even numbered. Look, he's asking if it's, do you think this could be the map of Treasure Island? It looks to be a map of Treasure Island. Although I don't, there's no treasure chest drawn here, as far as I can tell. But me thinks it might be. It could be. This is quite an old map. It's possible that not even a trace of treasure remains. That is a possibility. And then you just wonder how many copies of that map were possibly penned. I didn't really see how he got the map. I wasn't reading all the word balloons, but I would be curious of how the boy came into possession of the map. Oh shit, this dude was eavesdropping. He's been waiting all this time for someone to come with the treasure map to Treasure Island, and finally the day is here. Look at him. He's all pissed off. Is the book Mutt and Pete? Maybe those are the characters, or maybe Mutt and Pete is just like a generic. He's asking the dog if he hopes that Treasure Island exists. Of course the dog hopes so. Bow Arl, and be a violent and scurvy knave. He's like happy about that. All right, this is fun. And you know, honestly, and I tell people this all the time, like if you're a fan of drawing and you always wish that you could do something with art, why not start with something like this? I mean, this looks inviting, and sort of like there's like, you know, a very high skill level of what this guy is doing, to be honest. But it's you know, you could get something like this going and then just make up little stories and have fun doing it, and over time it would get better and better, you know. Once you start drawing, you really start learning. To just try to learn and not draw is probably the worst combination of things you could do. You'd be better off drawing poorly for months, you know, just trying to draw, than sit around on the internet watching YouTube videos of people drawing and talking about art. Because there's still going to be that first day where you sit down and you haven't done jack shit, and your hand coordination won't even be helpful, you know. I saw a quote from Arnold Schwarzenegger yesterday. Some guy paid to like work out with him, and Arnold said, to build muscle, you have to work it every day. And that goes for anything in life. So look, he looked at the map more closely, and now he's got a feeling. This is how captains are. They're very, very intuitive. He thinks that the treasure might actually exist after further examining the map. Here comes the troublemaker. What's going on? Is this a hat on his head, or is he just bald like that? I think it's a hat. We'll see. I think he's got like one of those French hats. Because French people are not to be trusted. This kid is so cute. This is really nice art. Look, oh yeah, see, he's French. That's why he's a troublemaker. I'm part French, so don't get worked up if you're French. My mom's side of the family is Frenchies. In fact, do you want to hear something kind of cool? I'm not going to say the last name, but my family was one of the first families, French families, to actually immigrate to Canada. We're on a plaque of the first boat of French people that migrated there. It's pretty cool, right? Who knew? Did you know that I had a connection to Canada? I bet you didn't. But you know, great things come from Canada. That's a fact. Todd McFarlane. Rush. And other things. Yeah, why would they give you the map, Frenchie? Captain's gonna kick his ass. Captain's been around the block. He's like been there, done that. Oh shit, pirates. Fuck. You know a ship is trouble when it's a silhouette. Oh man, this is so good. I love that you could sit down with this book and read this in a night and really have like a fun evening of comicdom. That's so cool. They're pirates. This dude never states the obvious. Run, people, run. Man, I'm almost thinking we should open more pages. Only reason is I hate to leave you guys hanging with a treasure map and pirates. This is actually a good story. We'll go a little faster because I do need to actually get to work. But I did promise. I almost didn't do a video today, but I did promise I would come back and do videos all this week. So I'm a man of my word, and I'm gonna do it. So stay here silently. Shh. You know, if he really wants them silent and he's a pirate, he would probably gag them. And what do they need to be quiet for? They've taken over the boat. Maybe he just doesn't want to hear their bullshit. Hey, kid, he said be quiet. They are dreadful pirates, Petey. Where's Mutt? Oh, Mutt's gonna save them. Watch this. Mutt is hiding somewhere, and he is gonna fuck these guys up. Come on, Mutt. I thought it said cannabis for a second. Wait, lads, today you're going to have delicious meat from a cannibal shark for dinner. A cannibal shark. What? It looks more like a swordfish. I'm not gonna lie. I've lived near the ocean my whole life. I know fish and other things that come from the ocean. Well, I'll look at it closer in a second. I'll give you my professional opinion on it. Okay, so this is the cannibalistic shark. It kind of has a mako nose. It's much longer than a mako. There are some sharks that actually do have, whatever you call that part of the shark's face. The nose? I don't know. Man, sharks are scary, but cool too. The freest shark went after Bow Wow and tore his leg to the roots, or tore off his leg by the roots. Oh man, that's bad news. All right, yeah, we gotta get to the treasure island, right? This would be bullshit if I didn't at least get you guys to the treasure. So let's see. Then it went for his left arm. This guy's a baller, though. Despite losing both his arm and leg, he continued to wield his dagger. And he cut off a fin. And then the shark was scared. Alright, so let's do this. We're going to shut this. I'm going to open. I think we're right about here. We'll go to right here. And then I got to stop. If you want to find this, you could look online. Don't peek ahead. Shh. Hopefully they make it to the island by the end of this. I want to say this was one book. The dude's done a very diverse body of work. There was something on Adolf Hitler that was like a 2-part, pretty big book. So it goes from, you know, he is the godfather of manga, so they say. So, all right, let's continue. So he brings, they're gonna do shark fin soup. That's a delicacy. Oh, the dog. Oh, fuck. Mutt, be careful. Oh, there's Mutt. Mutt. Oh, okay. I was confused. Wait, is Mutt hasn't been seen by the pirates yet. Mutt, you're gonna have to help them get out, dude. Silhouetted pirate ship. Easier to draw and, you know, creates some intrigue. So we got the pirates. They're getting hammered, celebrating with their delicious shark fin, cannibalistic shark fin soup. And then they're passing out. Except this dude. A storm is a-coming. Alright, let's see. What do we got? Okay, storm. Stormy seas inside the boat. And everyone's getting tossed about. This guy's looking a little seasick. Happens. Looks like this dude has seen better days too. Like, he might have had shark incidents. Unless, is that the same guy that was swimming with the fish? Sharks? And they already hooked him up a peg leg. I didn't notice if he had a peg leg originally. I'm assuming he did, and it was someone else. Okay. Oh, he found the map. Good. Okay. Phew. Oh, their boat is taking water. Damn, dude, this is a crazy-ass storm. Why would you choose to go in the ocean during a storm? Or are they on the boat? Maybe they're still on the boat. A little confusing right there. It almost looks like they've run into the ocean. All right, what do we got? Die by my hand. I creep across the land. Right in the weak spot. Does that mean his balls? I think so. Interesting. The weak spot. It's your balls. It's not the weak spot. Alright, come. Alright, so they're seriously fighting now. But Pete is gonna he grabs the pirate's hand with a knife. It's a ballsy move. Or no, it's his leg. His foot. He's gonna chuck his ass overboard. Alright, what do we got? Nice. Big wave. Rogue wave, we'll call it. They could be experiencing the perfect storm. It is possible. Okay, so they've got some debris. He's going to be on a barrel. Oh, he rolled over on the barrel. Okay. They're going to make it to Treasure Island here in a sec. Oh, man. That would be so brutal. This is a really cute panel. What a cool little story. This is really fun. So yeah, you know, it'll take me a while to catch up because I came up with the idea today, but I'll do a Mignola piece and I'll do a Treasure Island piece. And again, they might not be directly. I'm not really into like doing direct homages. It just is. It's like I don't like to copy stuff. So it's like if I'm gonna draw it, I have to. I want to do something that's my own thing. But I'll do something in the spirit of this. And I'll do something in the spirit of Mignola. And maybe at the end of the week I'll show them in a video, like in the front end of the video. But if you follow me on Instagram or Facebook, you'll see them. I'll post them up. But I'll do at least one today. I'll see how much time I have. But yeah, because I work a long day right now anyway. I'm drawing about 12 to 13 hours, and I need to mix it up, and I'll explain why really quick, and then I'm being serious about this. Okay, so when you draw stories, you end up sometimes, like for me in particular, I may spend days working on a particular thing. Like if I'm doing like a big environment shot, I mean, you know, it's not uncommon to spend 5 or 6 hours just on one thing, and then, you know, you spread that over a piece. And, you know, days and weeks can go by and you haven't really exercised other drawing muscles. I was mentioning on Patreon, like, I haven't really had to draw anatomy in a while. And so I don't like to let that stuff drift too long. So I'm going to start working on anatomy a little bit each day just so that I don't have things start to get fuzzy in my mind. Yeah, I feel like I need to have a little bit of variety beyond what I'm working on right now to make what I'm working on even better too. That's the thing, is it's like I don't really want limits between my imagination and what I draw. And so you have to have a large toolbox. So anyway, that's why I want to take on a little bit of extra drawing each day. And I am working on a Halloween piece, but I work on that at night, and that I'll drop right around Halloween. And that's a heavy hitter piece. All right, so let's see. Are they going to make it to the island? They clearly make it to the island because we keep seeing this last page that I'm going to look at. Here comes the swordfish shark. Cannibal shark. Technically speaking, isn't a cannibal something that eats its own kind? I'm not trying to be like a word jerk. I'm just curious. Oh man, the back of his shirt. That's hysterical. Okay. I wouldn't mind actually if they did a really nice black and white art book of old school Popeye art. I would actually get that with like the background paintings and all that. That would be really, really cool. Because that art is pretty badass. There's something about like 1920s and 1930s animation, Winsor McKay, all that old stuff that it's very primitive, but it's really, really cool looking. And the artists were really good. You know, they were doing a lot with a little, and that's always, I think, fascinating to see. Wait, where did it go? Hold on. So we won't have to worry about food for a few days. Ha ha ha. And then, oh, okay. This is 40 days later. Man, they've been in the water a long time. They would be so sunburnt and dehydrated. I know they have water, but kid still looks good, all things considered. He's still got fat on his body. You can tell he's like, and this dude too. They're hanging in there. Uh-oh, what's drifting towards them? What is that? It's a coconut. They must be near land. Do they see birds? That's always another tell, right? Although some birds, I think, they can fly pretty far out in the water. There's the island. Yes. This is exciting. Is it the island, though? Pete, check the map. What do you think? Wow. Holy crap. Dude, this is so cool. The Great Game, my other book, if you've ever heard me mention it, is got pirate-isms in it. Uh-oh. Natives. So this is funny. I'll share the story because he's getting hit in the head by a coconut. That's a real thing that happens to people, and it can fuck you up. I had a friend, and he said it, and I thought he was joking, but he goes, yeah, he goes, Nate is still, like, recovering from getting hit in the head with a coconut. And I thought he was, like that was a phrase that I wasn't familiar with. Like, you know, he's had a rough patch or, you know, was messed up with drugs or alcohol or something. And he was serious. And I guess a friend of mine, he was as a drummer that I know, he was at a gig playing, like, you know, like a hotel, like outside, and a fucking coconut fell off of a tree and hit him in the head, and it really, really fucked him up. So the captain may not be all there now. It's just, that's my point. And this is based on real stuff. They could run into Gilligan. Who knows? He found pot. What? Captain? Oh my god. And we're gonna get high, high, high. Alright. Who knew that we were going to do such a long video on the new Treasure Island? I did not. Okay. So we'll wrap it up. I mean, honestly, so I really like the art. Not exaggerating. I think it's actually very, very cool. There's a small, tiny part of me, although it's not necessary, but just in my own sort of selfish fandom, I wish sometimes there was a little tiny bit more detail, but he definitely puts it in at certain times, and I would be curious to see like the treasure sections, like how if he kind of amplifies the sort of detail a little bit. These types of pages don't really need it. I'm just gonna skip ahead so we can kind of wrap this up. This is cute with the fire. But yeah, this is really nice art. And the story's very fun. I mean, I'm kind of goofing around when I'm doing it. Like, this is nice. This is the level of detail that I was talking about, to be clear. I'm not talking about like super rendering, but yeah, this is nice. But I actually really like this. I like it a lot. I think it's I could definitely read something like this and really enjoy it. And in fact, it's very clear, which is nice, you know. So you could read it small and not have to stress your eyes out like trying to find little shit in it. Okay, so that's the last piece that we're going to look at right now. Or, well, here, let's do this. Let me see something. Quick file, open. I'm going to make these files bigger. And let's see if we can just spot. I just want to see the treasure. We got this far. So there's natives. There's probably borders on, like, it would be offensive now. I don't know what year this was done, but... let's see. Did they ever find the treasure? What the hell? Oh, here we go. All right, so let's see these pages right here. Oh. Tarzan? What? Get out of town. So apparently Tarzan is on the island, or a guy in spotted boxers. What year is this? Is this the 70s? What is this? No, I'm pretty sure it's Tarzan. So Tarzan showed up at some point in between what we just saw and that, and he's going to go get the treasure. And it's interesting. They must have used the map, because you would think that they would have found this treasure by then. And I wonder if other people had ever come to the island looking for treasure. Well, how polite is Pete? Look, do you mind if I open it? Obviously, no. Do it. How exciting. Let's see what's inside. I'm excited. Ooh, there's gems and jewels. Let's see. Ta-da! Looks like Spanish treasure. Probably stolen from someone else. It is for real, Pete. It is. Hell yeah. I was picturing a cave that they were going to, you know, like go in a cave and the treasure would be in a cave or something. Or maybe like dig it out of a hole. All right. So look, you guys have a great day. I'm going to get to work. I'm going to at least do a Mignola something or other today. I don't know what. We'll see. It honestly, like ideas like this, it takes a few days to really like start to get the hang of it. The first few will be like, the drawings might be okay, but the theme and me connecting with it and figuring out the best way to represent the idea, the bigger concept of doing it, and then the daily concept of what to tap into to do sort of something in the spirit of it. It'll take me a little while to figure out, but it should be fun. And it like I said, it's just going to give me an opportunity to flex these other things that I really want to actually pursue. And there's no time like the present, as we've seen with Kim Jong-gi. Nothing is guaranteed, so I'm taking massive action and doing all the things that I've ever dreamed of with my art, so that I have no regrets when I can't do it. So, all right, you guys have a great day. I'll talk to you later, and be good. Do what Pete would do. Be good.